Please, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please be seated. Okay, okay. आप बैठिए, बैठिए please. I am allowing Honorable Finance Minister. Please, आप बैठिए please. बोला है. बैठिए please. आप शांति से माननीय वित्त मंत्री का जवाब सुनिएगा. ठीक.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. The government is introducing Sabka Bima Sabki Raksha Amendment of Insurance Laws Bill 2025 for amending 3 acts related to insurance sector, namely Insurance Act 1938, Life Insurance Corporation Act 1956, and Insurance Regulation and Development Authority Act 1999. About 34 honorable members have spoken on this bill, and I thank each one of them. Many of them have gone into details of the bill and spoken about what this bill means to them. I will address their concerns, sir. What I would start off with is, sir, Insurance Act in this country, sir, since it was introduced in 1938, have seen 12 times amendments. From 39, just the next year after it was introduced, since then you have seen 12 times, and I'm saying 2015, there was no amendment even in 2014. So the amendments have had various character, and they are very reflective of the progress that the country is making. And to reflect the requirements, insurance requirement, the Act has been since amended. What I would like to highlight from among those various amendments, sir, in 1950 itself, 1950, 50 में, एजेंट्स के ऊपर जितने भी हमारे माननीय सदस्यगण बात किए, the first ever change in agents commission was made even in 1950. I'm just trying to say that according to the requirement of the society, important acts such as the insurance get amended and reflect the requirement of the period. What was the 1950 amendment, sir? I'm purposely highlighting. So what if it happened in 50, that many number of years ago? But I'm saying every government has to respond. In 1950, it will be surprising for us to know agents' commission were reduced. हमें लगता है कि हर बार वो इधर मोदी जी का गवर्नमेंट आ गए हैं, जैसे आप बहुत सारे लोग विदाउट इंफॉर्मेशन बोल देते हैं कि बड़े कॉरपोरेशंस के लिए 50 में एजेंट्स का कमीशन करने वाले मोदी जी की सरकार नहीं जी. समय के अनुसार कुछ अमेंडमेंट्स होते आते हैं. सेकंड सर, इन 1999 allowing the entry of private players in the insurance sector and FDI limit set at 26% happened in 1999. So the actual progress in every such act which has a bearing on our citizens and their lives do get amended. If this is the Insurance Act, sir, LIC Act had 8 amendments since 1957. And there were very many important features which were brought into it. One particular thing which I like to highlight, 1981, explicit power to the central government to make rules regarding service conditions of all classes of LIC employees and agents. Power was given to the central government. And I'm sure there were some members, I would like to go to the records of the House to say, Nene, how can central government take away all the powers? हुआ LIC एक्ट में. सर, So I just want to highlight that amendments do happen, and they happen with the larger interests in our mind. But what happened since 2014? I briefly mentioned in the morning, insurance ombudsman rules were framed in 2017 because the government strongly felt a robust grievance redressal mechanism should be in place for the insurance sector so that people who take policies will have a place to go and comply. IRDAI also was established as a regulator earlier, and extensive framework for protection of policyholders was also made, and that mandated insurers to provide crucial information to policyholders at the time of policy issuance itself and setting stricter timelines for claim settlement. This also happened after 2014, after Prime Minister Modi coming to Delhi. Several flagship insurance schemes have also been launched since 2014. I appreciate the genuine concern which many honourable members had. Common people should have insurance coverage. Will these companies which come bring that kind of a facility? First of all, when competition comes into the market, rate automatically comes down. People see which one is better, which is good for me, which one brings lower rate. Monopoly doesn't give us that advantage, and therefore more the competition, better the rates. And with that said, sir, even then, government has, in anticipation of covering and bringing all Indian citizens into insurance coverage, introduced PM Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, Bima Yojana that is, PM Suraksha Bima Yojana, Jan Arogya Yojana, Krishi Bima Yojana. So, literally for bringing everybody into the insurance world, insurance coverage world. Schemes have been launched to a large extent backed by the government's funding, and also making sure the larger the insurance pool, the lesser will be the premium. That's been the guiding principle. So together these schemes have also provided the safety net to protect common citizens and farmers from any risk to their lives, health or livelihood. Another priority which our government has given, sir, is to strengthen the public sector insurance companies. Again, a point on which several members spoke. What will happen to our public sector insurance companies? I'd like to say, today listing of LIC, GIC reinsurance and New India Assurance has actually it's a step in the right direction. I heard Honourable Member N.K. Premchandran talk with great concern about what will happen to public sector companies. Here's the fact behind it. Since 2014, we are doing a lot of things to improve the ecosystem for insurance. Capital, very important point, sir. Capital to the tune of 17,450 crores have been infused into 3 public sector general insurance companies to strengthen their capital base. That was done by our government. As a result of these and other such measures, sir, LIC, GIC Reinsurance and Agricultural Insurance Company, which is AICIL, reported their highest ever profits last year. That's the kind of focused attention we are giving and infusing capital where they need so that they can compete better in the market. And they've also, and other companies, related such companies have also started turning profitable. But to attract global capital and technical know-how, the FDI limit had to be changed. FDI limit for insurance companies was increased from 26%, that 26% which I told you about earlier, which was brought in 1999 itself. So 26% 99 was increased to 49% in 2015. And from 49% to 74% in 2021. So foreign reinsurers were permitted to set up branches in India, thereby increasing the local reinsurance capacity while retaining their reinsurance premiums within the country. Repeatedly, I've heard several members saying, what will happen to the premiums paid by Indian citizens? Will that be taken away by the foreign companies? No. Even earlier, when foreign reinsurers were permitted to set up branch in this country, the money which has been collected as reinsurance premiums in this country are retained in this country. They are not allowed to take it out. Similarly, the FDI limit for insurance intermediaries was raised to 100% in 2019 to enable them to provide better advisory service to our citizens. So the presence and the kind of robust insurance sector environment that we've built up has resulted in positive outcomes. That is why even at the time of introduction, I did say this. Several members asked me questions about what was the number did you say? I'll repeat it for everybody's benefit. Number of insurers in 2014-15 were 53. But in 24-25, we have 74. Insurance penetration has increased close to 3.8%, whereas it was only 3.3%. Insurance density, that is the average insurance premium paid per person in a year, was $55 in 2014-15. In 24-25, after 10 full years, it is $97. So total insurance premium in lakh crores was 4.15 lakh crore in 2014-15, whereas in 24-25, it's gone up to 11.93 lakh crores. So it is showing improvement, and therefore the reflective policy making. Assets under management, again in lakh of crores, is 24.20 lakh crores in 2014-15, whereas in 24-25, that's gone up to 74.43 lakh crores asset under management. Sir, FDI limits for insurance company